Even if you have a chimney, you might not think about chimney caps that often. I know I don't, but I'm not Gary. Gary's the owner of Century.
I think about them all day long.
I was just going to say, but maybe you could tell the folks, what are they? And then here in Cleveland, Ohio, is there a best type of chimney cap we should have for our climate?
Yes. We need to have an at least 6-inch high steel or stainless steel or copper, whatever the chimney cap is made out of, mesh that goes up. And then on top of that, it's optional whether or not we have a rain hood. That's also a snow hood. It'll keep a lot of moisture out of the top of the chimney. So a good idea if it can fit onto the liner next to the other liner. So a cage to keep the animals out, and that also keeps the sparks and embers inside. So when they start to float out the chimney, they're not going to float onto your roof. So it's an animal and bird catcher. I shouldn't say catcher, repeller.
Repeller, okay, right. You don't want them in, you want them out.
Right, we don't want to trap them. And then it keeps these sparks in.
I'm curious, how big is the screener? How dense is the
How big is the mesh?
Yeah, the mesh.
I believe it's a 1/4 of an inch mesh. Yeah, it's different in different states, but it's a larger mesh in Ohio than it would be, let's say, in California.
Yeah, and obviously I think for we have a lot of critters. I know I do. Anyway, got a lot of one of the you mentioned the cap, the fact we rain out, but also snow. And is there anything to be done? And do the folks even have to worry about just the sideways wind, snow that
Yeah, we can't stop all of that.
Okay.
So there's no way. With wind and snow, there's almost always associated some wind. So sometimes we'll get a call from a customer. You just put a cap on for us. We're getting just a little bit of water. Maybe it's 1% of what we used to get, but there's always.
But there was a hurricane like we had last week.
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's when we get a call back. It's like, oh,
that crazy sideways weather. Not a whole lot. I think it's not that. But
not in Cleveland. Yeah.
So now there's the right cap for your chimney. Make sure you have it, and hey, if your chimney hasn't been checked out for a while, make sure it's clean and inspected and safe and ready to go. So thanks a lot, Gary. Appreciate it.
Thank you.